Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the failing conscious community. I already did a part 1, so be sure to go check that out. The link will be in the description box below. So the first person I want to get into that supposedly is within this conscious community, quote unquote, is Rashad Jamal. Now I saw a hashtag going around saying free Rashad Jamal. I'm like, okay, what he did because what did he do? Because I have heard of him before. Like I say, I'm not an avid watcher of these people that's supposedly conscious. I probably stopped watching quote unquote conscious people a couple years ago. I see the play now, but I get into that at the end of the video about my thoughts on this alleged conscious community stuff and this stay woke and get woke and all that stuff they got going on nowadays. But yeah, so I did find 2 articles about what allegedly happened in his case. Now, the article is a little janky. I don't really like the way it's worded. I don't really like the way it's written. So I'm not really going to just read what it say. Plus, y'all can read for yourself. But it's just like right here, the article, it says like, in any case, she blamed him for capturing her kid, which had him return the youngster. Like, I just don't like the way it's written. I don't know if they're trying to say that he allegedly kidnapped the kid or like what did he allegedly do. So I'm gonna just skip over the article, but like I say, it was 2 articles written about it. They both had the same exact wording. But what I can get into is a video of his wife. She came to the internet to explain what happened after he got arrested. So I want to go over what she said and then kind of point out some stuff that I found interesting in what she was saying.
If you're going to write these character reference letters, it's to be honest, that he has never mistreated a child.
Now, she's asking his fans or the public or whoever, whatever you want to call them, to write a character reference letter, which she stated that these letters would help him get bond and it would help, present, just to defend his character when it comes to the court.
He's never hurt, harm, or danger around the children. He loves the children. He spoils the shit out of them. They look up to him. They admire him. They respect him. So this bitch and her kids are lying on him. We have to let them know that the lies that they have told is not my husband and it's not Rashad Jamal at all. That is not him. That is not his character at all. That's a bitter, scorned woman who had a good God and she chose to fuck that shit up. Now that he's happily married and flourishing, now you want to come try to destroy his fucking life. That's not finna happen at all. That's not finna happen. So right now, he's in Broward County Detention Center. He will be there. It's because of the...
So the first part of the video, I'm like, okay, so when I heard her talking about it, I'm like, so how are fans who really don't know him personally outside of looking at him on YouTube? Maybe they met him a few times, but how do they know his character? Because this is YouTube is entertainment. When you see people on YouTube, you're seeing a small portion of their life. No, I don't know how even the judge would consider. Well, maybe the judge wouldn't even know that these are just fans that wrote these character references. But how can someone as a fan talk about one's character when they don't know him personally? I feel like, especially when it comes to a situation involving children and how he is with children, these will have to be people that surround them personally. You're not looking at him through a screen. That's not to say that he's not a good father. He's not a good person. But I don't know how you can accurately judge somebody's character just based off of what they do on YouTube or Instagram or social media in general without knowing them personally, because we all know that people put half truths on the internet all the time. Just because something appear one way don't mean that's what it is. Just like even the young Pharaoh Golden Beauty situation, nobody would have ever thought that their situation would have ended up how it did because of the videos they used to make. even all these other quote unquote YouTube couples, how one day they was all together, next they dogging each other. You like, wait a minute, what? It's just like, how can you go off of judge somebody's character just based off of social media? Like, I just found that a little odd. But here's the second half of the video that kind of explains what the charges allegedly are and all of that, which is stuff that she said in here that I kind of found a little odd.
Charges. The state and the government, they want to believe the child versus the adult. So right now, the court system only sees the charges. They don't see his character. They don't see the way he is about his community. They don't see that he's giving back thousands of dollars. They don't see that. All they see is child molestation and cruelty to children in the first degree.
Now, I found this quite interesting because what did she expect the state to believe? If children are accusing a grown man of doing something, why would the state be like, well, he gave us thousands of dollars, let's not listen to the children? That don't make sense. Why would the state be like, if somebody if the children accusing a grown man of doing something, why would the state be like, oh, well, he's a good person, he didn't mean it? Like, what? I don't understand what she meant when she said that, because I did find that kind of odd. Like, they're choosing to believe the child. Like, if the roles were reversed, wouldn't she want the state to believe her child over whoever the grown person is who allegedly could have did something to him? I think that's a little odd for her to just. I know maybe she's just not overly emotional, but she's emotional about the situation. But to say the state just choosing to believe the kids, and they're not thinking about the money he gave, they're not thinking about his character, like, that's not giving money to the community and being on YouTube and giving advice out to the people, which you would call a community if you want to. I don't know how that would justify any actions that he is being accused of. So that right there really didn't make sense to me. I don't know if she thought that through before she said it. Like, she could have been like, the state is not looking at maybe some evidence that they have, or maybe the full story, or thinking about the character of the mom. Is it the mom that she's saying that's like, why would the kids lie? Not saying that they did or didn't, but why would they lie? That would be more of what she should go towards. Like, the mom told them to lie because she mad, or, I don't know why children, depending on the ages, I don't know the age of the children. Like, I don't know. And like you say, we don't know these people. And that's one thing I'm going to get to at the end of the video about this quote unquote conscious community. I don't know these people. They get out here and spew out information for views and likes, just like all the rest of the folk. It's very few people that's within the conscious community that have actually stayed who they are, true to who they are. All right, so the next person is this dude name is Von Two Cut. Now, I've never watched him either, but they said I read that he was part of the conscious community, and he did a lot of spiritual things and all of that on his channel. And then they said some kind of way he flipped. When I tried to look him up, I guess maybe, I don't know. I didn't look up his YouTube. I looked up his Instagram, and I saw these pictures, and I'm like, what supposedly conscious person gets on the internet and take pictures like this? Like, the dude, I blurred some of it out, but he basically had codeine or lean, whatever you want to call it, little syrup stuff they use in his picture. Like methamphetamine, I think that's what it's called. Whatever it's called, the little stuff they use to make the little sipping on the scissor drink. I'm like, who gets on the internet, who's supposedly a conscious person, and think that this is cool? Like, this look crazy. Now, the people don't know why the internet don't seem to know why he was arrested. They say he was arrested the same day as Rashad Jamal. And Yeah, they said they can't find his mug shots, but they think he got arrested for gun possession and unlawful substances. So that's what they think. It's all alleged. They don't really know. And they can't find his mug shots. And I actually did try to look up Rashad Jamal mug shot, and I couldn't find it either. I went to the little, I meant to put that screenshot in here, but I think I forgot. But I went to the county where she said he was at, and looked up their inmates, and he was nowhere to be found. So I did find that a little odd as well, because that is public information. But I'll get into all that at the end of the video. But yeah, so he was another one that I just was like, okay, so he's supposed to be conscious, but he's doing this. Like, what type of influence are these people trying to do, right? Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say, make sure you head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. I have t-shirts, Protect Your Energy t-shirts, It's the Melanin t-shirts, and my FreeDome Apparel logo t-shirts, and many more. I also have fanny packs, and I also have masks to match the t-shirts. If you find anything interesting, the link will be in the description box below. So let's get right back into the video. So the next one is good old Umar Johnson. Now he's still on his Instagram. Well, not as of right now today. He's now on Instagram asking for money for this alleged school that he have. But I've never been a big fan of the Pan-African going back to Africa theory, all of that. So Dr. Umar Johnson just never was my cup of tea personally. I mean, I have heard some of the things that he have said in the past years, which, it was cool, but I've never just been a consistent watcher of Dr. Umar Johnson. The most I probably was watching him is when him and Tyreek Nasheed was going back and forth, because it was a little funny, but that's probably about it. But I did see a video of him on the internet, and this is supposed to be a conscious brother, when he was at, all he's doing in every video is literally seeming to be begging, seem like he's begging for money for this alleged school.
Talk is cheap. You gotta build results. Talk is cheap. You gotta build results, fam.
So what I found interesting about this video is that this is the video he's asking for money for the school. Now, he's allegedly in the school doing this video, and he's going around the school as if showing like, this is what we're doing.
Family. Talk is cheap. It's all about the results. Live and direct. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Spring is here. We're trying to get the renovations together. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy, family. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. We building. We nation building, brothers and sisters. We nation building. This is the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. We nation building. This is the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. We nation building, family. Academy.
So that first clip, I found that quite odd, because I didn't see any construction. I don't see no ladders. I don't see no paint out. I don't see any fixtures laying around. All it looked like somebody did was push up the ceilings. And anybody know those ceilings that be in the school, the ones you can just push them up? Like, it seemed like somebody just went through, pushed them up down the hall to make it look like, probably scooted over to the side. And then, like, after the video, they could have came and put it back right there. Like, if you went to public schools, that's how a lot of their ceilings look. And you can just push it up, and it'll go up, it'll move out the way, and then you can put, like, it just looked like somebody went and pushed up the ceiling to make it look like it got a lot of holes in it, like they're actually doing work. But you don't see, like, what you be doing up there, like, to have all of, and then it's not even like all of it is in one straight line. You might got a few holes on the left and some in the middle. So it's like, I would at least need to see some paint, some ladders, some fixtures somewhere, some boxes that's looking like, oh, they finna switch this out. Because what exactly type of construction or renovations could they possibly be doing in that building? Now, it don't look, I don't see no whiteboards going up, or like no technology, or like all of the rooms is empty. I don't see any what is it, no furniture, no desk, no, like, show, like, to me, if you have been asking the public for money for this school for, I know, at least over 10 years now, there should be videos showing progress. Hey, y'all, this is the amount of money we raised. This is what I have done with it thus far. Even if you want to go as far as showing receipts as to what you have paid for, that right there will be more comforting for people that's giving their money, versus it's been over 10 years people have been giving money for a school and they look exactly the same on the outside. No, I don't know what it looked like at the beginning on the inside, but it don't look like much. It don't look like much. I really don't know what that building was before he bought it. But I can look into that. Like, if I do another video, I'll probably go and try to see what that building was before it was bought. Like, was it already some form of a school? And, that's what it already looked like. And all he got to do is, like, pick it up where he left off at. Or did he make that look like that? Because really, to me, it's just like it's shaped like a school. Like, it have the fountains and stuff in the hallway. So it looked like it could have been like a little private school or something in the past. But I don't know. I would have to look into it. But I just found that odd. Like, I need to... I don't know why. When people... To me, personally, I feel like if you're giving money, you're getting money from the public, I think it should be in your duty to show progress. Hey, y'all, day 1, this is what it's looking like. Day 5, day 30, 6 months from now, this is all we have gotten done. This is what your money is buying. Like, it don't look like he's doing anything but asking for money. And I know that even the situation with Tariq Nasheed with that museum, when he was asking for money for that, hopefully he does the same thing with showing people who donated, hey, this is what we got going on now. This is an update. This is what we doing. Because if not, then they're going to start putting him in the same boat. Because I have seen people already alleging that he was scamming with the museum. Now, I don't know that to be true. I do know at the beginning of that museum thing, he was saying, hey, we have a building. This is what it's going to look like. We already have the property that we allegedly want. We just got to put down the money. And then I think they end up losing the building or something end up happening. But I know for a fact that progress will have to get shown in the next 6 months to a year. If not, they're going to start calling him a fraud as well. They're going to start saying he a scammer because they ain't seeing no updates. But back to Umar. Now, I seen another video that I found kind of, look, it was a little off when I saw it.
Renovation. We need about $1.5 million for the Garvey building. We need $1.5 million for the Garvey building. We need $2 million overall.
Now, he just said he need $1.5 million for the school building, and then he said they need $2 million overall. So I'm not understanding, because what is it that you need the other $500,000 for? If you only need $1.5 million to get the school up and go for the building itself, what is the other $500,000? Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. This is the journal called Unleash the Image. It's give you an opportunity to write about your day, just release everything. A lot of people wear a lot of different hats, especially if you're a parent, you have different businesses, etc., etc. So I love this journal for that reason. If you like what you see, head over to Amazon, type in Unleash the Image in the search bar, and this will pop up. It's only $14.99, so get you a journal and, relax and meditate. Now let's get back into the video. For and how much money have you already collected over the past 10 plus years with this school, and what did you do with that? Like, it just wasn't adding up when I watched the video.
So we're going to play and we're going to hit the day. We're going to play and we're going to hit the day, family. Let me show you what we're about to do. Let me show you what we're about to do, family. We about to get us some money for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We about to get some money. I need that 1.2 right there. Y'all see that? That's what we need. That's what we need, that 1.2 mil. Y'all see that? That will get the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the whole campus. This will take care of the whole campus, family.
Now you see right here, he said that 1.2 will take care of the whole campus. So if the 1.2 is going to take care of the whole campus, you just said you needed 1.5 for the campus and you needed 2 million overall. So you went from 1.5 would take care of the campus, 2 million overall to the 1.2 would take care of everything. Like I need him to get his numbers together. Like that right there alone, if I was a fan of his, would make me say, oh no, I'm not donating nothing. Because what? He can't even get the numbers right. Show people some who you gonna get to work on this. Show the what is it called? You know, your estimate. Show your estimate paper or something. It just look us a little odd. So he was in there gambling the money, and he made it. He said in the video, "This is not the money from the thing. This is money. That's his personal money that he's gambling."
I'm not doing too good. I lost $20 in 1 minute, y'all. I can't do this. I just spent $20. We did 3 spins. We didn't hit for FDMG. Okay, the ancestors don't want me to get the money this way. The ancestors don't want me to get the money this way.
And I just found that odd. You went in there in a casino, gambled your money away, and then said the ancestors don't want you to get the money that way, and then went and started screaming at your cash app. You know he say everything 5 times. Like, you trying to say the ancestors don't want you to gamble and get the money, but the ancestors want you to get the money from the people, which you have been doing for the past 10 plus years. And the people say they ain't seen nothing that you have done with their money. Like, I don't know. I just, it sounded a little odd to me. If I was a fan of his and I was watching this, I would be like, heck no, I'm not donating. Like, altogether, this just look weird. Like, that's, So, when he, on his Instagrams previously, he would do all this about donating. He always was putting this P.O. box up, and this is the Cash App. And so I saw these documents that's basically was, these are court documents that came out, or a cease and desist that came out March 4th of 2022. And he got a cease and desist order where it says they found that the school is not registered with the Department of State Bureau of Corporations and charitable organizations. So this school that he's been talking about this whole time is allegedly not registered according to this document. It says that, or it said either they not registered or they failed to submit the documents that they need to prove that they are registered, right? So, no, they're not a registered organization. So, when I saw that, I was like, wait, what? So, this is not even official. It's nothing even official about it. So, he's asking for money and he haven't even used any of the donations to make it official. He haven't done the paperwork. I just found that a little odd when I was reading this court document. So it basically was saying that he's not allowed to, they're basically stopping him from getting donations from the people because it's not an organization. It's not an official organization. It's not registered. So that's what this cease and desist is for. So he's not supposed to be asking for any more donations according to this cease and desist that he have received. Now, the screenshots that I got from his Instagram, these were maybe screenshots from some months ago, like before he probably received this cease and desist. So I haven't seen anything on his Instagram asking for money since this document came out in March of this year. But I'm like, when I found that, I was like, that's crazy. Like, anybody who have ever donated, I guess they can't do nothing about it because it's a donation. But I don't see how he's gonna get any more donations with this document that came out. This cease and desist basically saying this is not even a registered charitable organization. So how are you asking for all of these donations and nothing even is official according to the paperwork? So I just this quote unquote conscious community, I tell you, boy. Now the last one I'm gonna get into, of course, is Young Pharaoh and Golden Beauty. Everybody knows the stuff they've been allegedly have had going on YouTube. They got YouTube looking like Jerry Springer, Love and Hip Hop YouTube, looking like Love and Hip Hop YouTube going on. Actually, not even just with them, with a lot of these couples and a lot of these things that's going on YouTube, is looking like Love and Hip Hop YouTube. Okay, it's looking like basketball YouTube. Like, it's looking like all these reality shows, the YouTube version. All these couples with all this extra drama. It's a little weird. So we all know. If you don't know, you can go look at my previous video on these situations. I do have a video about this situation, him and Golden Beauty, where Pharaoh allegedly shot at her garage, and there was a bullet in her garage door allegedly. She was saying he did it. The cops had supposedly came to the house, but if you watch that video, it's a little suspect. The cops did not. First of all, if somebody say that someone is shot at their home, first of all, he came by himself in the video. The things that he was saying just didn't even make no sense. But you would have to just go watch the video and just use logical thinking when you're watching it, because it's like, what cop first of all, come to a call of somebody supposedly shooting at the house by themselves. The questions that he was asking, he didn't even take, like, it just don't make no sense. You would just have to go look into it. And then remember, people,
my business to the ground, lied on my name, got a
he had this video out where he was,
bitch, y'all. I'm tired of this bitch. I'm letting y'all know this bitch not about to keep sitting up in no apartment.
he was doing all that. And so now it had came out, he finally had went to court.
That she wanted me to hire her at, I believe, which was $7,500. I couldn't afford it at the time due to me taking a financial hit for my business.
So, if your financial situation is what poses the hardship, would you like to apply for an appointed attorney to see if you qualify?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Now, one of the things that he always pride himself on is the amount of money he have. He's rich. He got this money. He got this money. And in this video, you see him asking the judge, telling the judge that he don't have the money to pay. He don't have $7,500 to pay for the lawyer. And I don't know if that's like together for his entire case. I don't know if that means just to show up, that day. I don't know what it means, but it's kind of like if you telling the people how much money you have, then it looks a little odd. You get in there and get to the judge and say it's because you don't have the money, unless you just don't want that woman to, if it was a woman or a male, whoever you had, unless he just didn't want her or him to be his attorney anymore, and that was just his way of getting out of it without saying anything negative about the attorney. That's the only thing I would think that would make a little bit of sense. But yeah, but even this situation, I'm telling you, it just don't even look realistic. Just look how, like, these two people in the courtroom are supposed to be on opposite sides, and they just look like they best of buddies if you just watch the full video. But
does Mr. Daniels have any other criminal history?
Looks like all of his in-county history is all the cases that are pending.
Like, what lawyer be on a phone in the courtroom texting? I've just never seen it.
The only out-of-county that he has is from 2004 in New York, criminal possession of a weapon. It ended in a conviction.
I mean, look at him. He's like full blown into his phone in the courtroom. Like, how is this even a realistic thing?
And what is your position on his bonds?
Judge, the state is opposed to a PR bond and the request that the bond stays saying, I think the defendant has demonstrated that take it, and then he'll continue to pick up more cases, Judge, which what he did. terroristic threat, terroristic threat, terroristic threat, terroristic threat. I think he's a danger to the community, and would ask that the bond amount stay the same.
But 12.5 just seems a little high. I understand that the allegations, if he really meant them, are rather disturbing. In the event that the court would consider a lower bond amount, it would certainly not be inappropriate to impose some fairly significant conditions. I understand that he was supposed to get a GPS and didn't, but it seems to me that there is probably some set of safeguards that would be sufficient, and as his attorney, I would encourage him to comply.
Now, at the end, at the end of this video, I kind of cut it off, but after the judge was like, yeah, we're going to keep the bond the same, he just walked out. Like, he walked out so fast, and then he had to come back in there and ask another question. It just looks so unrealistic. Like, what attorney, just walks out the courtroom? It's just like he didn't care to be there. He didn't want to be there. Like, if I'm being real and I'm looking at him as my representation, I'm like, yeah, he don't look like he got my best interest. Like, he ain't really into it. He don't really care. He's just there to get his little check and he gone on. It's a little weird. But what I can say from my perspective, my opinion on all these quote unquote conscious brothers and sisters and whoever, for me, I think that it's best if people go and study for themselves. Stop depending on quote unquote leaders to teach you stuff. If you are interested in something, go and research certain books, like look at the authors, figure out who these authors are, because just because it's a book and you read it don't mean that the information inside the book is true. Start going within yourself to find out a lot of things. I think that people start watching these quote unquote conscious people, and because they sound good and they appear entertaining, because I can say that young Pharaoh, I did used to watch some of his videos and he was entertaining, to say the least. But I can't say any information that he did say in his videos, I always went back and double checked for myself. And I went and, just dig for more information on my own. I think one of the issues is that, especially in the black community, some people, not everybody, some people are always looking for leaders like the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther King, and all of that. And I just don't think that it's a such thing. I think that you can have people that kind of inspire you a little bit, like, oh, okay, this the wave he on. I understand this information that kind of relates with me. I kind of get it. Let me see what it's about. But to just sit there and watch these people and to start donating to them and start to just believe every word they say because they appear to be conscious. I feel like if you being conscious and being woke is so watered down now. Like, every time you hear somebody say something that people think is remotely intelligent, it's, oh, they woke, oh, she woke, oh, she woke. And a lot of that stuff is just simple logical thinking. Like, people have to start using their own brain. Like, stop depending on somebody else's brain to feed you the information. Literally, that's all it is. Like, whatever studies these people went through and did to become who they are and to know the information that they know, you can go and do it too. And I think that's part of the problem in the quote unquote conscious community, because they depend on these people, and then when their true colors end up coming out years later, when they get on top of their game, then everybody looking crazy, like, oh, he's changed, oh, he's crazy, oh, he's a clone, all that bunch of BS. Like, I feel like all that is BS. Like, how do we know that this is just not who he is or who she is this whole time? We have to realize, when we're looking at stuff on YouTube and the TV, whatever, all of this is entertainment. Entertainment. People put too much hope and too much faith and too much whatever the word you want to use into these people. Y'all don't know these folks. Even if you met him before, he was a cool brother when I met him. Okay, he was supposed to be cool. Like, it's crazy. And a lot of these scenarios and situations, they don't seem realistic to me. Like, I hear people saying that these certain people in these communities be agents and all that, and a lot of the times that's more believable than the things that they even be doing, because it don't even make realistic sense. Like, the dude literally went and shot at somebody's home. You know how many charges that could be? And for him, how do you not get a house arrest monitor? How you just walk out and not get one? Like, it just don't even make no sense. And then you still get released and he probably still ain't got one. And if he do got one, it don't seem like it changed nothing. I don't know. It's just some of these little situations, they don't seem realistic. But I don't know. I would say, just to wrap all this up, think for yourself. Use your own brain. Don't use nobody else's brain. If you want to get information, go within yourself. Start thinking for yourself. If this person say these are the books that they read, you go read them too. Get your own perspective of what you think it means, and just stop just depending on these people and putting all your faith into other individuals to tell you something that you can learn for yourself. And that's all I gotta say about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the conscious community and all this drama they got going on down in the comments. That's all I gotta say about it. I'm out.